Without tariffs, what would you do? You know what? Everybody would be bankrupt, everybody. The whole country would be bankrupt. And I have to wait for this decision. I've been waiting forever. And the language is clear that I have the right to do it as president. I have the right to put tariffs on for national security purposes, countries that have been ripping us off for years. You know what they were doing? Using tariffs.
Okay, well, I mean,
not anymore.
I was going to say we're pretty well off without tariffs before there were tariffs. As a matter of fact, I think we have more money in our bank accounts. But hold on, there's some breaking news coming in.
We're interrupting Kevin at the White House because we have breaking news from the Supreme Court. It has reached a major decision. CNN Chief Legal Affairs correspondent Paula Reed has the details. What's this case about, Paula?
This is one of the most significant cases that the justices have decided in recent years. Here, the Supreme Court ruling that President Trump's use of these emergency tariffs that he has implemented are illegal. It's the most significant economic case to reach the high court in years, sweeping implications for the economy and, of course, for presidential power. And at stake here are billions of dollars in revenue that have already been collected by the government. Pamela Wolf, the other significance here is that this is the first time that the 6-3 conservative court has ruled against President Trump in one of these major cases that have gone before the court since he returned to power in January. Now, we are still going through this case, but this is something we have been waiting for. The court said that it would take up this case on an expedited basis. So they're deciding, even though it's a significant case now, because of course this has enormous implications. So as we go through this opinion now with our team, another outstanding question is what now happens to all that revenue that had been collected? This is something that really wasn't clear from the arguments.
So we get the point of it. Monique, I have the right to do it, and emergency powers, whatever.
Happy Black History Month.
What's up, Monique? What happened?
Well, I'm interested in that very last part. I mean, we had indications that this is where we were going to land, that it just was not even a close call. So it's pathetic that there were actually some justices who would not go the right way on something like this. But from what I've been hearing, like, they didn't spend that money. So, I mean, it was always a heist. It was always a heist.
So what happens? What is that money? Does that money have to be sent back to the people they got it from? Like what?
Yes, that is what is supposed to happen. But it's going to be interesting how soon they will be in court in the process of making that happen. And this is what I try to get people to understand about presidents who are not lawful, because it hurts us. It's not like there's going to be personal liability attached to the bozos who did this. It's like they've used money in order to cover all of the tax stuff that they wanted to do for the wealthy. They snatched from education. They snatched. OMB was in there just being, criminal, basically. And now part of their criminality has been declared by the highest court of the land. Like, even his conservative court that it took him 20 years to get to would not go this far. And so the money's going to have to be returned. Where's it going to come from? Our federal coffers. There's no other place for it to come from. So even though...
So we're going to end up paying for this?
Pardon?
The taxpayers are going to end up paying for this again?
What else is there? That's I mean, all we have is our money, Don.
Well, he's made billions of dollars since he's been president. Why can't they take it from his ass?
No personal liability will attach for this. None whatsoever.
Nope. He's immune,
the
first of all.
Supreme Court has already said that. He can even be a criminal and not have criminal liability attached. None whatsoever. And there's not even... Listen, it would take Putin money to cover this. So we'll be paying this off. We're going to be on a payment plan like back in the day at Walmart. This is going to be layaway for the federal government.
Who's going to be prosecuted for this? Anyone?
No one. It's up to the Department of Justice to prosecute. People need to understand that any type of criminal liability for any of this criming, which is happening on a daily basis across the government and at so many levels. It's overwhelming, but it's ultimately up to Pam Bondi and the Department of Justice to prosecute this, which is why it's so important that people vote in the midterms to get Democrats back into power so that they can either begin to hold hearings and or impeach these people out of their positions as the first start to this, because you're not going to see any criminal prosecutions at a federal level the way there should be as long as these bastards are in power. So it's very unsatisfying right away to for us to be like, who's gonna get prosecuted for this? No one, until they're out of power. So if that's not enough of an incentive to get people out there and stop with the purity tests, stop with the, well, they didn't say that they took money from this person and they didn't vote completely for Medicare for all. Fuck all that shit. Okay.
Right.
None of that matters.
Right.
We have a criminal government being run right now by a criminal enterprise. And the only way we're even going to attempt to turn this around is to get them out of power. All that other purity test stuff on policy needs to wait. I'm sorry.
I was saying that, I told that to people during 2024 when they told me that they were voting for a third party candidate and I'm like, what are you doing? And I said, there are two choices. Well, not, and I said, I tried to explain to them what I thought that elections and politics were like. It was like, I said, it's like public transportation. It's not like a chauffeur. It doesn't get you to your house. It gets you the closest thing. It's not that vehicle is wrapped in fascism. I'm like, oh my God. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Your support means the world to us. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a show. We're live every weekday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time with new clips dropping at 2 p. and 8 p. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, join the Lemon community. Members get exclusive posts, behind-the-scenes videos, and live chats just for you. So hit the join button or visit our channel page to sign up. Thanks again for all your love and your support, and I'll see you next time.